a little itchy from my haircut.
Got to take a shower after the haircut.
I know. I was rushing around.
All right, everything's live. Just going to share it out, and we'll get to it.
After a long August week of work, two teams who've seen a lot of each other and two coaches who've seen a lot of each other meet again one more time tonight. It's preseason game number 2. This time the Eagles taking on the New England Patriots.
I'm sorry, but he looks such a fucking dude.
He does.
And you'll be glad to know that it was just about yesterday. I think we finally got.
It's not the best speaker either.
No, I'm still not over it. That was amazing. He made an NFL player look like they were standing still. In fact, when we talked to Quez yesterday, I said, "Can you please do that again tomorrow night?" He said he'd try. I'll tell you what, he got an opportunity to see.
He did frickin' burn Norwood. Jesus Christ. Quez Watkins or whatever the kid's name is from the Eagles.
Oh, my God, yeah.
That was brutal.
That really was.
I was shocked. I was like, and then
wait, Matt Patricia went back to the
did he?
Patriots?
I mean,
I just saw him. I just saw him on the field. Is that them in battling practice? Yeah, he must have went back to the Patriots.
It's a better spot for him. He sucked as a head coach.
On the other side, we are going to see somebody tonight we've been waiting for. Devonta Smith. I'm so happy. When he hurt his knee a couple weeks ago, I didn't know if he'd play in these preseason games, but we got him. He's playing tonight, and he got off.
That's good news for them, as much as I hate the Eagles. But
everybody from coaches to players said, man, he looked like the real deal early. We'll see what he does tonight. Game number 2, a time to refine just a little bit more and take one step closer to the beginning of the regular season. We'll be back with the starting lineups and the opening kickoff next.
Just gonna send it out the Twitter sphere.
How many people we have? I accepted a couple people.
Yeah, I saw that. We're up to 28.
I wasn't sure if you were waiting or. I was like, I'll just accept it. It seemed like they answered a couple questions.
I don't care who's in the group. I just don't want any fucking stupid racial bullshit or political
anything
stuff.
But Steelers stuff.
Yeah. What's up, Sox fan? How you doing, buddy? Let's go Steelers. He knows it.
Let's go. Oh, see that T-bucket? Too bad it had an Eagles thing on it. That looked pretty cool. Did you see that? How are you going?
Oh, yeah. That's pretty dope. It is a shame it's Eagles stuff, but
23 T-bucket, but
let's go live on TikTok too.
They ruined it.
Become an Eagles member today. Children's Hospital of Philadelphia.
Let's see how this looks here. Maybe I don't want to ruin. Growing pains.
You a little put that candle. Bow. Put that right there if you want.
Is he gonna get both?
Well, we gotta go sideways, maybe. Oh wait, could I get an angle? We just gotta lose. We just gotta lose a little bit of weight.
Yeah, we gotta fit on the screen a little bit. What's up, Hood Kids official? But yeah, so what's going on, everybody? We're gonna be obviously talking Steelers Nation. We're in the Steelers cave tonight. Officially back, feeling good, better than ever. For those of you that don't know, I had COVID, so we weren't able to do any of this stuff. I know, we should be masked up. Don't worry, we're out of quarantine, feeling good about ourselves, and feeling good about the Steelers, making a lot of moves, looking good in preseason. So a lot of things to look forward to and a lot of things to talk about tonight. Yeah. So let's get it going.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, we could talk about the most recent news. Again, let me introduce my co-host here. I can't forget that. It's my buddy Tim. Yep. Obviously, this is his basement, his humble abode. He did all this stuff here. So
ready to spit some facts for you guys, some knowledge.
As always. But started off, obviously the biggest news for us right now is signing, or not signing, but trading for Joe Schobert, however the hell you say it.
Oh, that was great. That was a good surprise.
It is a great surprise, and I got to give it to Kevin Colbert. He's been doing a lot of great moves. Honestly, to say the least.
The past couple months, signing Melvin Ingram, huge, and then going and getting Joe he's already going to call the defensive plays.
yeah.
The guy's already going to call the plays for our defense.
He's already.
He had one practice, and they're like, "Yeah, you're going to call the plays."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's pretty crazy that they're already kind of giving him that. But obviously, with that trade, we all know Spillane has not been performing well at all in preseason.
Yeah.
And not that Bush hasn't either, because we've only seen him once so far in the preseason, but he doesn't have his sea legs yet, and he did not look good in that preseason game either against the Eagles.
He's too busy on social media talking about stupid stuff.
Some weird shit going on.
So hopefully he gets his head in the game, and we can get back to business.
Yeah, definitely. But and that's the thing that I like a lot about Schober is that he could cover. He could cover the fast guys.
He can cover, and he's a good run stuffer.
Yeah. I like
Terrell Edmonds already called and said he's a dog. They saw him in practice for
So we got the Eagles and Patriots preseason game live. So if we're not looking in the camera, that's the reason why.
Yeah, a little distracted.
Steelers fan, what's up, Jam? Steelers fan for 58 years. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm 26, so I'll say I'm a fan for 26 years.
I don't want to say I'm a little older.
Sorry, age is just a number.
More knowledge, Steeler knowledge.
So they actually don't even have Hurts starting tonight. They're going right with Joe Flacco. So pretty interesting there. But yeah, I mean, I'm 100% excited. I love this trade big time. We gave up a 6th-round pick, which is even better. There's our mascot right there, little Chloe running around.
Wow, I wish he played linebacker for us. I do. I agree. I think they're trying to make a push. This is Ben's probably. They're not committing that he's not going to play next year, but you go and get Ingram. You go and get Joe Schober. For a 6th-round pick, that's a steal. It's good management. It's very good on Colbert's side. I hope he stays. He's signed for one more year. I think. I hope he stays with us.
Yeah. Oh no. So we have him till 2024.
We extended him.
No, we didn't. His contract with Jacksonville was a 5-year, $53.75 million.
No, I was talking about Colbert.
Oh, Colbert. Okay, yeah,
Colbert.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I don't know how much longer he's here. I think he's been recently just a one year at a time.
That's a huge thing. We need to keep him around, man, because he can draft. He's very, very well rounded. GM.
He's he's been doing pretty damn good this offseason. And that's something I want to touch on too, is that with this defense, they talked about, oh my God, the Steelers lost this guy, they lost that guy, they lost this guy. Well, this offseason, now you got to think about trades for Schober, brings in Melvin Ingram.
Yes.
And then, oh my God, who's the other piece that we brought in? Well, we bring in Trey Turner too, not on the defensive side, but on offense.
Yeah, Trey Turner.
Oh, Jesus.
And you also have
look at this. I hope you didn't take the Eagles.
Well, look like Pierre. Pierre's doing really well. We didn't pick him up, but we drafted him. But I think he needs to stay on the outside and put Sutton back in the slot where he belongs. They just changed that around in practice, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will help us. And we got Alula. We actually re-signed him. That was great. That was great.
Yeah, I'm happy. That was such a weird thing too, because he went to go sign with Jacksonville, but then was like, I don't feel comfortable or something here. I don't know what it was.
I think he ended up getting COVID.
He got COVID or something.
And he had the quarantine in Pittsburgh. He changed his mind.
Yeah.
Did we have another free agency signing on defense? I don't know.
We had to. I can't think of the name right now, but I don't know.
You got a position?
I don't. And I thought he brought in 3. I mean, the third might be just Trey Turner.
I think you are thinking.
But I don't know why I have defense stuck in my head. But get into a couple comments. What's up, Mizzo man? Why would the Jags trade him for so little? I don't know. I'm honestly shocked that they only gave up a 6th-round pick for him. I mean, you got to kind of feel for him.
I read that it wasn't Urban's guy. He's trying to put guys that are his guys, if you want to call them, and he wasn't what he wanted at that position.
Yeah.
So for a 6th-round pick, I believe they definitely lost that on that end of it.
100%.
But that's the reason why what I read was that Urban wants to start his own program there, and he just wasn't fitting what he wanted there.
Yeah, and that was one of the things too. He was one of Maroon's guys, and obviously I think they're just kind of cleaning house in a sense. Pittsburgh mom, best Steelers fan cave ever. That's all the credit to this guy here.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
This is his. Obviously, if you've seen the video, I know most of my followers have.
Yeah, we just put up an 80-inch. It's looking pretty good down here.
We'll throw it up on the TV here.
People were saying the TV was too small, so we had to go a little bigger.
Yeah, I know. People were criticizing, being mean, talking about his.
But if you don't have haters, you're not doing nothing right.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I agree, man. I think Colbert, back to what we started talking about, I think it's signing them 3 guys alone is just a huge.
Oh, it's been huge. And, I think there's a lot of good stuff that's going to be happening with this team, and they're not talking about it. But this defense, I mean, we're not seeing a lot of these guys in preseason right now, which is fine too. Obviously, we haven't seen Watt yet.
No,
we haven't seen Cam yet. We haven't seen Tuitt yet. We haven't seen Fitzpatrick. Ben hasn't played. So,
and that's fine for me. I think that Hayden, hasn't played yet.
Yeah,
I think save these guys. We don't need no injury happen, God forbid, knock on wood. But it happens, and these are veterans, and these guys should come in and be able to play right away.
I agree 100%.
And you see it all the time. These guys are getting injured, and it's like, God, should they been in? Should they not been? Everyone needs game reps. Everyone needs real hitting.
Yeah,
and they don't really hit in practice anymore. I think they have 1 day a week,
which is fine
pads.
Because and it's something that we hear every single year is at the end of the year they're cooked. They're always hurt. They're always yada yada whatever. But
speaking of hitting, how about Dan Moore? He's ranked one of the highest tackles right now in preseason out of all the players playing. The guy was getting in scruffles with Hayward and Bugs, and when I was telling Mike, I said, "Who's this Moore guy? He's feisty."
I know.
Look what happened.
And it's funny because I think we talked about this on the first show that we did a couple weeks ago, and we were saying, like, dude, this guy's got to relax a little bit. Like, you're a rookie, calm down, man. Like, you didn't earn those stripes yet, whatever. But
the guy came in and he's playing lights out. They said he might start. Because Okafor, I believe that's the position that he would probably take him, because he hasn't really looked good at all.
But the thing is, too, you also got to think Zach Banner also hasn't played in the preseason yet either. I mean,
he's coming off the ACL.
Exactly, and the thing is, he's never really started. True. So that's a big concern for me, is that he's never even started yet, and he played 1 or 2 games until he got hurt.
Right.
And we already declared him a starter. But that's the thing. I mean, but if Dan Moore Jr. is lighting it up, why shouldn't he get the?
Yeah, I mean, Kendrick Green has been playing well. Tomlin didn't commit to him being the starter.
Yeah,
but
he's gonna be.
But basically, he's said it without saying. He has his words. I think the offensive line is definitely gonna be young. It's gonna take a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But if they're physical and they can run the football and get nasty and make pancakes and get these holes open, Najee Harris he's gonna fall forward.
Yeah. We've seen that a lot.
If he's going to get that 4 or 5 yards of carry, that's what we need. We need that time of possession. We need keep the defense on the sideline.
Yeah.
Keep Ben from throwing the football. I'm not saying he can't throw it. I'm just saying the less he throws, the less
the
chance
better will be. Honestly,
we're gonna have him for the whole year, and he's not gonna have no health issues. Sore arm or tired arm, all that stuff that came up. Speaking of quarterback position, what do you think about Haskins? I mean, that's.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, before we went live, we talked about Jalen Hurts is not playing tonight due to what the team is calling an illness. Interesting.
Oh,
okay. So maybe he's got COVID, but
okay.
That's why Flacco's starting tonight. I was kind of surprised to see that he started.
Yikes.
But back to our quarterback. Yeah, I mean, obviously, when you think of comparing who's going to be our number 2 guy, Rudolph, and this is what we talked about before the show too, was that Rudolph is going up against first-team defenses. I understand he's got first-team players on the offense, with him, but at the same time, he's got a lot tougher competition. And, Dwayne Haskins is going up against second, third-team guys that are. So
let's play him. Let's start him off next. Ben's going to play next week.
Ben's going to play next week.
But let's put him second. Then put him after Ben. If Ben's only going to do a drive, I'd say. I don't see him doing more than that.
No,
but yes,
I don't want
and
to
you know what? And you know what? Our 4th, because we're gonna have 4 preseason games.
Yeah.
Put in Haskins. Let him start the game and see what he can do.
I 100% agree. I really do believe that they need to just let him do what he could do. I mean, if you really want to see who your true backup could be, I think you have to start Haskins one of these games. And I mean, obviously, I want to see what Ben's got. Ben's got to start throwing it in a game with a live defense he hasn't seen.
Yeah.
So.
My biggest criticism of Rudolph is if you see him out there and you watch him enough, he just has no pocket presence. He stands there with cement feet, and he gets nervous and he throws the ball or he gets sacked.
Yep.
There's guys that can move a little bit, adjust their hips, and get out of the pocket, move forward, and look down the field, and pass it. Most of the young quarterbacks do that. Haskins did show that last game. If you watch, he gets out of the pocket, rolls out, and throws the ball.
Yep.
He might have missed that one guy, which is okay.
I know exactly what pass.
But I'd rather that be that than a sack for 5-10 yards. We can't go forward if we're getting sacked.
Yep.
I think Rudolph has an arm. I think he's a smart quarterback. I don't think he's a terrible quarterback. I just think Haskins gives us the ability to have that run pass option, which we need. We need that because all the NFL offenses have that quarterback that are good. Josh Allen, Jackson, Mahomes. Now you got Hurts. You got Trey Lance probably going to start. We don't know yet.
Yep.
Justin Fields runs a 4.4. You got all these fast quarterbacks. You need that ability to run out of the pocket when everything's covered and have that ability. Ben doesn't have it, but you know what? We can run the ball. We can supplement from that. If we can run the ball and control the clock, it's our biggest thing this year. And I think Najee Harris is Rookie of the Year. I'll state it right now. He's going to get Rookie of the Year. The kid is strong. His legs, if you ever look at his legs are tree trunks.
Oh, dude, I love him.
He's not that big upper body, but he's 230 pounds. He don't look it, but he is, man. He plays big. It's just great. And you know what? I think we picked up Balazs. That's another good guy we picked up in the free agency.
He's injured right now too.
He's got a little nicked up.
Yeah,
but I hope he makes his team. I hope he makes his team because he's running pretty hard. He's running hard. He played good with San Diego or L.A.
Yeah, Miami too. He had a little stint there as well. Hey, what's going on? Let's get to a couple comments here. We got a lot of comments rolling in. Hey, Priscilla, what's going on? Let's see, a lot of comments. Too Tough Tony goes Steelers. This user says Haskins is overrated. Hillary says Steelers Nation.
I agree. I think Steeler fans hyped him up a little too much, but give the kid a chance. You know what I mean? Let's see what he can do. If he can help us out anyway, because we have a 39-year-old quarterback.
Yeah.
Look what Duck did. Duck came out of nowhere and played good a couple games, and then he fell off. But we all love Duck when he came in. This is things that's what Steeler fans do.
Well, and the thing that was funny too, because Duck had a semi-solid game for LA the other day, and people were like, "See, we should have never cut him." Yada, dude, he was fourth-string quarterback at best on this team. I mean, it's just it is what it is. Rudolph had his opportunity. It's time to go. I mean, listen. What do we have him for one more year? Because he extended, I think, for this year and next season.
Yeah. He's got to really show some big improvements if he thinks he's going to be the future of the Steelers.
Yeah,
I can tell you right now.
Big time. A couple comments on YouTube also. Melvin saying thoughts on Sutton so far. We kind of discussed him a little bit.
Cameron Sutton?
Yeah, Cam Sutton.
I don't think he has the top end speed we need for a outside corner. That's my biggest criticism of him. He's a smart guy. He can react quick. He's always around the football. He makes good plays. The problem is I think that's a slot guy. I think he's going to go against a slot. More of a slant guy, shorter routes.
Yeah, and I mean he stepped in pretty good when Hayden was sick last year too. So, obviously, he's still young. He's still, his third year in the league now?
I don't know who it was, but that Eagles receiver burnt him.
Yeah, I think it was Norwood. Norwood
he
was
just
the
ran
corner
right by him.
It was horrible.
And Pierre has more explosive speed, Pierre. I think Pierre's just going to be a solid cornerback. I think a lot of people don't know really much about him yet, but check him out for the outside. I think he's going to hold it down over there, and I think because they already put Sutton at slot already in practice, so they see something that we're seeing.
Yeah, definitely. So GRNLay85 says Steelers Nation. Too Tough Tony again. He said, "I'm from Ohio, but hate the Browns." We're with you. We're not from Ohio, but we definitely hate the Browns. Serviton De Leon, he said, hasn't shown anything. Are you saying that? You talking about Sutton, or are you talking about Haskins, Rudolph? Just clarify that for us. And then your boy Elroy says, I love the defensive additions. Yeah, I mean, we do here. Definitely for sure.
Yeah, it's nothing but going to help us. You watch Joe Schobert had 140 some tackles last year. The guy's a tackle machine. Yeah. He's going to be around the football. You're going to see he's a TJ Watt at middle linebacker. Let's just put it that way.
Mel, am I missing anybody? I know you just asked on YouTube. You're bouncing back and forth. I love you, buddy. He's now on TikTok asking thoughts on Sutton. We just talked about that. But am I missing anybody that we picked up on defense? I don't know why it's bothering me now. I feel like who else did we pick up on defense? We have Ingram and we have Schobert now, but I feel like I'm like, who are we missing?
We got some rookies out there. Trey Norwood.
Yeah.
Nothing comes Brooks, Antoine Brooks. But nobody comes to mind. Morlett. We got a corner from the Jets.
I saw that. Yep. I saw him.
But he's a depth player. He's not going to be nothing special, I don't believe.
No, but and it's one thing I know we're bouncing back. What's your take on Hayden wanting more cash? It's not. I don't think it's that he necessarily wants more cash. I think it's more the fact that he just wants to be able to retire with Pittsburgh.
Yes.
I know that's
what he stated.
I mean, obviously for his type of play, he's been great.
Yeah, you can't hate the guy.
He's been our best corner over the past 5 years that he's been here.
I think you can't give him more than a 2-year deal, though. He's 32 years old. I think he's going to be 33 this year. He's losing a little speed, but he does. Again, he's a smart player. He makes up for it for ball hawking ability. He'll come out of nowhere and pick off something. He's reading defense for 10 years now.
Yep.
The guy's a ball hawker. I mean, he's a gamer. Do you give him a 2-year deal? Yes, you do.
Yeah, and I'm 100%. Yeah, Melvin agrees too. He said, "Oh yeah, big time. Hayden could still play." Yeah, I think he's definitely got the capability. He is our best corner right now, and he's still capable, of being a top. Let's give it to him. Top 10 corner in this league.
Definitely.
And almost everybody on our defense right now is top 10 in their position, maybe besides Terrell Edmonds, but that's that's a story for another day. Mascot's back. There she is. She made it. But yeah, man. I mean, I'm just excited for the season. It's a shame that there's like a 2-week break between our last preseason game and then game 1 against the Bills.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, Raycorn 87 said Edmonds is the weak link. I agree.
Yeah,
Edmonds
he
is definitely our weakest link in our. I mean, I guess now you could say maybe Cam Sutton just because of his inexperience.
Who we haven't really touched on? I mentioned this guy in our first video that we did. Roush, Quincy Roush. He's rated one of the top pass rushers of the preseason so far. He's a rookie out of Miami. He's playing really well. Him and the guy with tattoos, the white
Marsh, Cassius Marsh.
He's actually coming off the ball the quickest out of anybody right now. I mean, he might not even make the. I think Roush takes his position.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm okay with that. Again, I've never been a fan of Marsh at all.
Yeah, me either.
See Melvin saying Marsh, LOL.
He's not that great.
Yeah, no, Elroy too. I agree. Everybody's been counting us out this year. They're just so focused on the Browns being number 1, Ravens 2, us 3. And realistically, do I see us probably finishing that way? It's a possibility that we finish 3rd, but I still think that we're a playoff team.
We are definitely a playoff team.
I think we are a playoff team. Are we the best team in this division? Roster wise, probably not. But we are capable.
I believe with the decisions we've made this offseason. The free agency. The Steelers have not made this free agency splash in over 10 years.
Yeah, in a long time.
This is very unheard of for us to just go out and get guys.
We never do that.
And it's happening. And that kind of leaves me to believe that they really think that this is Ben's last hurrah.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Make it count.
If you can do it, get TJ Watt, get his extension. If it saves us more money this year, go out and get another corner. Get one more guy that we can get in there, solidify this defense. And you know what? Let's do it. Let's go. Let's try to get this. Let's try to get this Super Bowl. I mean, this is our last shot,
Last shot for a while.
I think we're
– well, not necessarily because the years that Ben was young and coming up, it was the defense.
Yeah,
and
Pittsburgh Steelers, they will be
now.
drafting a high quarterback at some time. Whether they have to trade for it or whatever, they will be drafting another high.
This is funny. Elroy says, no doubt, you can't tell me that at least one of those cats are going to blow up. Melvin says, I think we should trade Rudolph for some picks or a pick.
Hey, you know what? It's not a bad idea.
No, it's not at all.
I worry about Ben staying healthy all year. And Haskins, I'm not saying I'm not confident in Haskins. I just want to see a little more out of him. I think he can handle it because if you have a run game, it makes any quarterback better.
Exactly.
You got 8 guys coming up in the box. You got linebackers cheating up. Boom, right over their head. I mean, it's all about the run game. And we're built to run the football and play good defense and stop the run. If we can't stop the run and we can't run the football, you guys seen it. We can't do nothing.
Yep, exactly. Let's see. We got Toxic. He said, "Let's go. Let's hope Claypool stays healthy." Yeah, I mean, obviously, it sounds like a mild ankle sprain. Obviously, him being helped off the field.
I texted you. I was like, "Oh no!"
I went right on to Twitter. I was like, "Oh my god, dude!" And luckily, every reporter said that he's fine. What does that say? Hit clips. He says Steelers Nation with a couple hearts. I'm still here. He says, "Sup, guys? What's going on, buddy?" Yeah, we got Schobert for nothing, absolutely, and I'm 100% okay with that. Yeah, we probably won't get much for Rudolph, to be honest. I don't think we're going to get what we drafted for him, and that's just based off of
third-round pick.
He was a third-round pick. I honestly don't see
that now,
and that's all right. I mean, if we could get a 4th or 5th form, that's fine, or maybe just like a semi-decent player. But realistically, I don't think anybody's going to give up a player for him.
No.
Rudolph is a check down king. Yeah, he definitely
check down in the dirt or get sacked.
Yeah, one of those. But it's funny though, because it's like he has a good deep ball, and he's usually pretty accurate with it. But
he does have an arm.
It's just like he's like scared to do it in the game.
You know, once he gets pressure in his face up the middle or with the tackles, he gets cement. It's almost like he loses what he's doing, and he gets nervous, and then boom, next thing you know, he's getting hit.
Yeah,
he's got to be this. He's got to be able to get out of that. I don't think he's that slow. I know he's not fast, but he's got to be able to move over, slide up and down to the side. He's got to be able to move. Tom Brady is the slowest quarterback in the league, and a guy moves up in the pocket when there's pressure coming on the ends. You have to move up in the pocket, and he doesn't understand to do that. He stands there and gets blasted.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying he's a statue out there. This guy's in Cowboys country. Poor guy, man. Yeah, we're really in Philly territory out here, but we don't like to think that we are.
We don't. I don't partake in Philly.
Anything Philly. Anthony says you got an awesome cave. Steelers all the way. Yep. Again, credit to this guy right here. This is his basement. He did everything. He's got it all lit up.
Where all the action happens during the season.
This guy Raymond Wilson says he said Dwight Haskins, but Dwayne Haskins should be starting quarterback. No. Absolutely not.
There's no way. Big Ben.
Listen, he lost his job to or Tyler. What the hell is his name? I don't even know his name. Heineke. Obviously, he's not that good as a starter anyway.
I got to be honest with you. To the guy's point, he has a lot of off-the-field issues. I don't think that helped his case.
No.
Not agreeing. If the coach and you don't see eye to eye, you're probably going to lose your job and not get playing time.
Exactly.
Does he have the talent coming out of college? I believe he does.
Yeah.
Can he become a starting quarterback in the league under the right coach, under the right system?
Certainly, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But he's not going to start over Big Ben, who's a 2-time Super Bowl champion. The guy's he's a winner. He's a winner. He's not going to start over him. If he gets hurt, I don't disagree with Haskins coming in, but I just don't see Ben getting benched for Haskins.
Yeah, I agree. There is no way that's happening. Mel says I need to buy me a Freiermuth jersey in the future. I think the kid's going to be a stud.
You need to buy yourself a Joe Schobert jersey. 45 is his number.
Not so quick.
I thought they said 45.
He's changing it
again.
So when he came here, they gave him 45, but he even said on Twitter he's like not so fast. So I hope you didn't get the China
I didn't get it yet. I didn't get it. I'll be calling them up soon though, so he better make his mind up. Don't forget to invite Mel week 1 if he wants.
Yeah, Mel. Week 1 party at the cave here. I
like to invite all you Steeler fans.
You're more than welcome. You've been here before. You could come back again. Before I leave, what's your overall prediction record-wise? I think 11-6.
I was gonna say 10-7, but 11-6 is just it's right there.
Yeah. I think 11-6. To be honest, week 1's going to be tough. And again, I think it's the back end of the schedule for us where it gets hard, like it did last season.
We have the second hardest schedule in the league. Over the first one of the two.
Hardest schedule in the league, and that's one thing that they keep talking about. Oh, what Steelers are we going to see? Are we going to see, the last 5 weeks Steelers? Excuse me. Or are we going to see, the first 11 weeks Steelers? I mean, obviously, we're not going to start off 11-0. We might even not start off 1-0. We got a tough game week 1 against Buffalo, and it's in Buffalo, which never easy.
The Steelers. One thing you guys know about them is we play down to our opponent.
Yeah.
So if our opponent sucks and they're under 500 and we're supposed to win, we will probably lose.
We play
come close to losing. If we're playing a good team, such as the Bills, it's going to be a good football game. I can bet your ass that.
Ray Corn, we are not in PA. We're in New Jersey, actually. Central Jersey. That's about all I give you. We are not from Pennsylvania. We're just diehard Steeler fans. Yeah, a lot of people are saying 11 wins, 10 wins.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But yeah, I mean, Go Pack Go said good luck to season black and gold. He said Go Pack Go though. Yeah, we play you guys this season too, so that's going to be a tough game, and that's week 4. That's one of those games that I talked about is like an iffy game. Obviously with Rodgers. Not really.
I heard Rodgers is sitting out that game. You don't want to win that game.
That's fine with me. And, Jordan Love is actually hurt right now, too. I don't think it's anything serious. They're just being very cautious. But, yeah, he's going to be out. I think maybe the rest of the preseason is what they're saying.
Who's that, Rodgers?
No, Love. And Rodgers isn't going to play in the preseason. He doesn't want to play.
He don't need to play.
He doesn't even want to be there. I'm Steele here, said I would be grateful for 10. Listen, yeah, I mean, I think 10, 9 to 11, I think is a realistic spot for this team.
People don't realize that we're better on defense probably this year than we were last year. We lost Devin Bush early last year, okay? We lost Devin Bush. Joe Hayden was in and out. I believe Tuitt might have been hurt, like always.
Tuitt's always hurt.
But you add in, yes, we lost Bud Dupree, but you add in Melvin Ingram and Joe Schobert. I mean, come on.
Well, and you got to think, too.
And you get Bush back.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Highsmith is he's been playing pretty freaking good.
He got better as the year went on. That's what all rookies do. He looked like he was getting faster. Most rookies kind of dwindle away because they get tired because it's a long season. But if you have Highsmith, TJ Watt, and Ingram on the edge with Quincy Roush, who I like a lot, remember his name, that's 4 good pass rushers that are going to eat people alive.
I agree. And, that's what a lot of people keep talking about is, oh, my God, we lost Bud Dupree. We lost Mike Hill, and we lost Steve Nelson.
Steve Nelson played – he didn't play as good as you guys think he did last year.
And obviously Bud Dupree, yes, we are going to miss him a lot.
Yeah, you can't take nothing take nothing away from Bud Dupree.
And there's no way Highsmith replaces him this season. But I think the rotation between Highsmith and Ingram is going to be good for Pittsburgh. We actually have 3 guys that we could rotate in and out and be pretty successful on the edges. So it's definitely, one thing that I think we're actually good with. I
would like to get one more corner. That's the only thing I'm thinking we're a little short on.
We are a little bit. I don't know what top corners are still available in free agency.
If Colbert could do his magic, man, let's make it happen.
Listen, we got $17.5 million in cap space for this season, which is awesome. Wow, that was a great catch by James White.
Terrible throw by Newton.
Then, like always. Steele still says, concern of the O-line, and yeah, it is concerning because they're young. None of them have played together.
I think it's more of a not knowing type thing.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, Najee Harris is going to make that offensive line look better than they are.
Yes.
Just like Bell made our offensive line look great. They they weren't really doing that great, but Bell would be so patient that a hole would eventually open up. And they were an old slug. Let's just face it. Villanueva, he's getting destroyed in Ravens camp. I'm hearing their rookie is destroying him.
Yeah.
Great person. Don't get me wrong. He was a great player for us, but he's older. He's getting worn out. Pouncey looked like he didn't want to. He was tired. That hike. Jesus. I don't know. It still haunts me in my sleep. But let's just go back. Like DeCastro, was he hurt all year last year? Yeah, he needs surgery. Basically, his retirement surgery.
Yeah.
There's 3 of our offensive line last year, and they're all gone.
Yep.
Probably all going to retire. Villanueva is not. He's not going to play one more year. He's done after this year. Yeah. Pouncey retired, and DeCastro is probably going to retire because he needs surgery again. And then I don't know who the other. I can't think off the head.
Yeah, we had Dotson. Dotson's
a rookie who played very, very well. Is he coming off injury this year? Yes. And Okafor, which he was our weakest link, I would think.
Yeah, but again, he's young though. I think he was a rookie last year as well too. So
yeah,
it's the offensive line is very young, and yes, it is definitely a big concern. But I don't think it's as big of a concern that everybody's making it out to be. We have an experienced Trey Turner, starting guard now. Maybe Banner's back playing right tackle again, which I hope that he is.
We have a lot of question marks,
yes.
But you got a young, feisty, nasty offensive line.
Yeah.
If you guys look at Kendrick Green's tape, the dude is a monster. Is he young? Is he going to make mistakes? Yes, he's doing all the calls. But Trey Turner is our veteran. He's going to take over the veteran leadership on the offensive line. And you got Najee Harris. He's going to make yards out of nothing. The guy will fall forward. You're going to see it just like Le'Veon Bell did. When he got hit, he'd fall forward for a yard. This guy's a ground and pound running back, and he can catch the ball out of the backfield, which is going to help Ben.
Oh, he's a 3-down back.
Because when they blitz Ben, they're going to do that little bubble route to Najee, and they're going to be up in his face, and they're going to keep hitting him with that.
Yep. He's 100% going to be good. Angelo from New Jersey says Highsmith is a beast, looks as good as Bud. I wouldn't say he looks as good as Bud, but he is very good. I have to give it to him.
I don't think he hit his ceiling yet. I think he's got a lot more to go.
Exactly. Troy Polamalu should have never retired. His time was up, but I definitely miss him on the field.
GOAT.
This is a good question, too. This just came up last night, actually. What's your opinion on the Washington once traded?
Well, my opinion is that they basically said he didn't say it, but he did and he didn't.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird situation going on.
He wants more playing time. The guy deserves it.
And when he's on the field, he's a very good wide receiver, but it's hard when you have Juju ahead of him. You have Claypool ahead of him. You have Deontay Johnson ahead of him.
I can tell you right now, if Deontay Johnson starts dropping passes like he did last year, put Washington in the damn game.
I love the versatility of Deontay Johnson, but you can't be dropping the balls. But that's the thing, though. Like, the list goes on. You got Eric Ebron, and now you have Najee Harris. There's five guys ahead of James Washington that's going to be looked at on the field. He's the 6th option on this offense, and that's the big issue. And I heard, last night Twitter was blowing up saying that the Vikings were interested in Washington. And, obviously, I wish this stuff would have came out next season. Like, next season, do we have Juju next year? Because, I
don't know if we're going to sign him.
I don't know if we are. Obviously, if he has a good year, this offense clicks and makes things work, I think, yes, maybe we do. We do extend him.
You're going to get Washington cheaper.
Exactly. Washington, this is a free agent year for him as well. So, now it's like, do we go out and trade him now and get pieces for him? Or do we just let him walk in the offseason? Because the way that things are going, I think he's probably going to walk.
Yeah. I agree.
That Browns game scares me. Will Big Ben stop turning? Yeah, we were hoping that Ben was going to stop turning it over. I think he only had 4 or 5 that
Big game. Ben will stop turning over when we can run the football.
Young is better than old. Yeah, I agree, definitely. When it comes to sports, yes, he'll be done after the season. I don't know who you're talking about, but
probably Ben.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Do you think Ben will retire after the season? I'm
going to say yes.
I do. And it sucks because obviously I don't want him to retire.
I've been watching him since day one. I don't want any other.
Yeah, 2004, man. It feels like.
Don't get me wrong. I fired him a bunch of times when I'm watching the game, but I can tell you right now, He's did a lot of great things for this organization, and we need to all take that in and respect it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I truly almost want him to retire next season, just because don't keep pushing it. Especially like if the Steelers do win the Super Bowl this year, he's definitely retiring.
You got to go.
You have to. You have to
go out like Bettis.
Peyton Manning.
Jesus, God. I don't know what she has like spasms.
Maybe she has some catnip on her or something. But same thing like Peyton Manning. He won the Super Bowl. Oh shit! You see that? The lights all went out in the stadium.
The whole stadium?
Yeah, like got dark for a second and then they all came back on. That was weird.
James Harrison said.
But no, I definitely think that this is definitely Ben's last year. Bud struggled first couple. Yeah, he did. Bud struggled first couple years with us.
He's very inconsistent. He had plays where he was disappeared and you didn't know what's going on. This past year,
but you know why he got better?
Past 2 years, TJ Watt.
TJ Watt.
When you have a guy that's should have been defensive player of the year, damn it, you're going to be better.
Yeah,
and that's my point about Najee making the O-line better. It's the same thing.
Exactly. Caitlin says, "Love the man cave." I think she's invited to some games this year.
Yeah, she wears Steelers stuff. Yeah,
that's that's the only rule when you come to the cave. You have to be wearing a Steelers jersey. Claypool had his share of drops too. Yeah, I mean everybody did. I mean we had the most drop passes in the NFL.
Claypool had his share of drops, but Deontay Johnson led the league.
Deontay Johnson had like 4 in one game. It was stupid. Let's see. Rad Rob on YouTube says James Washington was the only 2020 Steelers pass catcher not often dropping balls. And yes, that's
he's only got thrown the ball 10 times.
He had I think his stats were 38 receptions for 400 yards or something like that. We passed the ball a lot last year because we had no run game. Let's get back to that real quick.
Goes back to the run game.
Because where the hell is Benny Snell?
He needs to be traded to the Rams.
He needs to be gone because we need to get something for him. I think he's again another piece that could be.
He's not even on the field in preseason.
I haven't seen him at all. I haven't seen him in practice. I'm pretty sure he might have had a leg injury, but it's the fact that we're not going to use him.
Right.
It's Najee Harris number 1, and I think it's McFarland number 2.
Yep.
But Najee Harris is capable of being a 3-down back, which I think he's going to be anyway.
Damn, McFarland looked really good in the new offensive coordinator's offense, didn't he?
McFarland's like an Energizer bunny.
Yeah.
He bounces around. He's got 26 on.
He's like Willie Parker with dreads.
Yeah. I miss Willie. But yeah, I mean, I truthfully do believe that obviously Harris is 1, and then I think McFarland's going to be number 2. Number 3 might be Balaj.
I believe so.
And that again, there's no room. There's no room for all of Benny Snell on this team. And it's like the same thing that we talk about. It's just we're so deep at those positions in wide receiver and
it's a good thing
back.
to have.
It's great.
It's a hard thing to keep everyone happy.
Let's see, Harris makes defense better with time of possession for more rest.
Time of possession.
100% agree. I mean,
he said that earlier. It's a great point you made because that's what we were trying to say, man. Not only does Harris make the offense better, he's going to make the defense more fresh.
Yep.
And Big Ben he'll last all year because he won't be throwing 40 times a game.
Ray also said Steelers need to get J.K. Dobbins for running back. Listen, Dobbins is a good running back. I love him. He was Ohio State guy.
J.K. Dobbins? He's on the trade block?
No, but there are a running back committee out there in Baltimore, as you know. Yeah. Their quarterback's even a running back. But I love Dobbins coming out of college. I thought maybe we were going to draft him. Obviously, went to the Ravens. It seems like a lot of guys that I like get drafted right before us.
They take your players.
Yeah. And to be honest, I mean, when Lamar Jackson fell to, I guess it was really the Ravens that when they traded up into the round with the Patriots to get that pick. Yeah, there goes Sutton was held there. By the way, that play, they said there was only 10 men on the field for the Steelers.
Yeah, I heard.
Doesn't help, but we still look like shit on that play. Look, there's his big stats of the week. 1 reception, 79 yards, and touchdown. Let's see here. Couple Red Rob coming in again, saying Ben will 100% not retire if he wins number 7 this year. That is opposite of what you're saying. Reason my confidence of Ben 100% returning if he wins Super Bowl is because Terry Bradshaw had back-to-back Super Bowl wins, plus Terry has 4 Super Bowls. So if Ben gets 3, he will 100% want.
How old was Terry when he won a Super Bowl? Wasn't 40.
No, that's the thing. I mean, Terry
Terry
had
younger.
to have been late 20s, and then obviously the last 2 in 80 or 70.
Ben already said he wants to get number 7.
Yeah,
I can't see him coming. You are right. He's stubborn. He's probably going to say in his head, like, should I play again?
Yeah.
And I just think you get to the top and you win a Super Bowl in your last year. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah.
Does he come back? You might be right. Should he come back?
No.
Who knows?
And it's hard because it's just like, I love Ben. And obviously, when you look at, obviously, the quarterbacks on the roster, the best quarterback and the one that's going to make us most successful is Ben Roethlisberger. And he would make us most successful next year, too, being a quarterback. But it's just like, there needs to come a time.
In the first round.
Exactly, which I don't know if we would do. But there also needs to come a time to where we say, Ben, listen, man, we need to move on. We need to think about this team for the next 15 years. Oh, who's this? It's not one of their wide receivers. I think it was Broom or something like that. But Devonta Smith just dropped his first pass of his NFL career. He said, in fact, if Ben wins back-to-back Super Bowls in 21, 22, then Ben will want 3 people. All right, now we're going too far. Obviously, listen, if
we win back-to-back Super Bowls, then, yeah, Ben can play till he's 80. I just don't see it happen.
I just don't see it happen. I think sometimes, we get carried away.
I just want to have a winning season. I do want to get to the Super Bowl for Ben's sake.
Yeah.
I can't hate the guy. The
guy's competitive. I mean, he's got a competitive nature. He wants to be.
But look what happened last year. Week 11 happened, and they threw the ball so much that he's deep ball. That's why we weren't throwing past 15 yards.
Mm-hmm.
That's why D-backs we're the easiest offense in the league to read because we weren't throwing the deep ball.
He had a tired arm too, and that was a big issue.
He even said it.
And obviously him not having to rehab that arm this year is definitely going to help him a lot.
That's exactly what he said. Yep. He said he's not throwing the ball 60 times.
Exactly. I mean, he had 60 passes in a freaking playoff game. That's how bad the run game was. I mean, that's really what it
spells for disaster and interceptions, which you saw.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Sports Knowledge one says that's what I thought. I'm not sure what that's referring to, but Ben the GOAT, but he needs to go. I mean, as in needs to go, as in yes, I think he needs to go if we win a Super Bowl. I think realistically after this season, I think it's just time for him to retire. As much again.
You know what's crazy? I heard this, and I don't know how it could possibly happen, but the Pittsburgh Steelers next year are going to have one of the most salary cap free money in the league. And if Ben did retire, there is a guy out there that would be pretty remarkable if he came to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and a guy named Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
If he did come to the AFC and play Tom Brady with the Bucs in the Super Bowl, that would be probably one of the highest
it'd be the highest Super Bowls, definitely.
And we have the money for him. But do the Steelers go back to an old quarterback? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I heard rumors of maybe possibly happening because the thing is we got to keep this defense together.
Yeah. And obviously the first things first is definitely signing TJ Watt to the extension.
Well, I think maybe that's why they moved that money to it. I'm hoping that's why.
I think that's a lot of it. I think they really want to get this contract done before this season.
They have to.
And I think it's smart for Colbert too, because it's like, all right, because if he has another killer year, which I think he's going to, his value is only going up. Sign him now. And it's the same thing they keep talking about with guys like Baker Mayfield, talk about guys like Lamar Jackson. They need to sign those guys now because if they have good seasons this year, I'm telling you now, I'm okay with them overpaying for their quarterbacks because it's only going to give them a financial fuck up in the future.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't get in those situations where if Baker or Lamar has a better season than Josh Allen, then we have to pay him $45 million a year.
Right.
And that's what I think Kevin Colbert needs to try to avoid with TJ Watt now is that we don't want to have to pay him more and more. Obviously, he's worth it.
T.J. Watt needs to retire Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
There's no way about it. The guy's a monster. He's a Pittsburgh Steeler. He's hard-nosed. He practices every day. He comes to play. He doesn't get in trouble. He's a guy you want to keep and build around.
100%. Brian Brown on YouTube saying, you want a winning season, Super Bowl or bust. Listen, I mean, not a winning season's the first goal. Second goal is making the playoffs. Obviously, major goal is to win the Super Bowl.
To me, the way the Steelers are spending their money and making these splash moves right now, to them, it's Super Bowl or bust. Because if you think about it, they're gearing up to be able to beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean,
basically what it is.
And it's going to come down. Or the Bills. It's going to come down to the game that we saw. Was it last season or 2 seasons ago where it was the Rams and Chiefs, and that game was 52-49. I mean, that's the type of game that it's going to be with the Chiefs. You're going to have to ask for them.
Unless you can run the ball and control the clock, which is what we're geared to doing.
You have to against. You got
to keep Mahomes and guys like Josh Allen off the field.
Yep.
That's what we did against Brady. The only time we beat Brady is when we kept him off the field.
Yep, 100%. Rad Rob says you laugh at me for being overly optimistic, but reality is I'm very critical of our Steelers. But I understand the individuals, and Ben would love nothing more than to do both Terry and Tom, to outdo Terry and Tom. Yeah, no, I definitely
he's
agree.
very
I mean, he's never going to outdo Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback, greatest possibly player of all time.
Hate to say it,
as much as I hate to say it, but sometimes you got to be a realist, and that's why we're here.
That's why we don't have more rings than we do, because Tom Brady.
And to be honest, just because Terry Bradshaw has more Super Bowl rings, he had the best defense maybe all time. For four of those Super Bowls. He had the best defense all time.
I think Terry Bradshaw, his first year in the league, he led the league in interceptions.
Yeah,
he was brutal.
I mean, listen, and it's the same struggle that Ben had when he started too. He turned the ball over a lot. Look at Ben's stats. He's honestly the best when they don't have to rely on him too.
That's what I'm saying. If we can get Najee Harris running the football, controlling the clock, get Ben 25 throws a game.
I mean,
that's plenty.
It doesn't say much about Ben when you're saying that you shouldn't have to rely on your quarterback, but that's when he was the most successful. Just being completely honest is obviously
he was the most successful when we have Jerome Bettis, the bus with Deuce Staley running, or Willie Parker.
Exactly, but again, what does it all come back to? The run game.
Yep.
Run game makes quarterbacks and everybody else better.
Yeah.
Yep. Yin's Nation Sports said, "What's up? What's going on, buddy?" He said the Ravens had the best defense of all time.
Oh, what, 2000?
Yeah, I mean, that was a great defense, but I still think the Steel Curtain probably outranks them defensive-wise of all time.
Or Super Bowls.
I mean,
that defense was together for 4 Super Bowls. The Ravens won 1.
Yeah.
They were a very good defense, but you're talking about 2 different time periods as well.
Yeah,
you could also say that about the Bears. With the Bears defense.
Bears, yeah. What was that, 85?
Yeah, I mean, come on.
They had one of the best defenses of all time too. So
that's what I'm saying. I would put them over the Ravens. I'm not saying the Ravens had a great defense.
Had a great defense.
They had a really good defense.
He also goes on to say Bradshaw won 2 Super Bowl MVPs and a league MVP. I mean, it's obviously something that Ben doesn't have, but I still think that when you break down Terry Bradshaw's, career in a Pittsburgh uniform and Ben Roethlisberger's career in a Pittsburgh uniform, I would take Ben Roethlisberger over Terry Bradshaw with that team that Terry had. I think they even excel more. That's just me personally.
Well, you got John Stallworth, Lynn Swann, Franco Harris.
Exactly. They had a team.
It's it's hard to compare, but Terry Bradshaw's a Hall of Famer for a reason.
Yeah. Let me get this comment before Brian leaves. He goes, "I'm with you. I love the Steelers. We should win the Super Bowl with this roster. I say that every year. Super Bowl or bust."
Hey, true night. Steeler fan comment right there. That is a true Steeler fan comment.
I agree.
And you know what's going to happen? Week 1's going to get here, and in the first quarter, we're going to shit the bed. It's going to be like, what's going on? 7-0. Defense looks like crap until the fourth quarter. 5 minutes left, and Ben is throwing these passes. We got a run game going, and then we win the game. That's how Steeler football is. Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Rad Rob's getting a little feisty here. He is Rad Rob. He said 3-peat does outdoes Tom. You sound lame like Coach T when saying winning regular season is first goal. I call BS because going 6-11 and making playoffs and then winning playoff games better. First off, as a 6-11 team, you're never going to make the playoffs. And I don't know why you're saying that it sounds lame. You have to set small goals to get to the big goals. And the first small goal is winning 11 games. You have to win 11 games to make it to the playoffs. Go 17-0 and losing playoff games. Listen, it's not happening. There's going to be no team in this league going 17-0 this season. But listen, I'm telling you now, Steelers are a 9-win to 11-win team.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, let's be realistic here.
You have to be. I mean, and that's like the issue with a lot of Steeler fans that I see in these fan groups. They're always like, "Oh my God, we're going 17-0. We have the best team." We do not have the best team in the league, and we're not going 17-0. Yins is saying, well, the Ravens didn't have an offense, is my point to them.
Very
being
good point.
The best defense over Jamal Lewis. Other than Jamal Lewis. Yeah. I mean, they did have Trent Dilfer. I mean,
I understand that, but Jamal Lewis was no chump.
No.
And had a very, very, very good run game.
Definitely.
We're not saying the Ravens defense isn't one of the best ever.
They are. They're maybe top 5.
We're just saying you can't put them over the steel curtain or the Bears defense of 85.
Definitely not.
Are they in the conversation? Yes.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Jens goes on to say Tomlin is a Hall of Famer. It really isn't up for debate. I agree.
Well, the guy hasn't had a losing season since he's been with us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, did I fire him many times?
He does get fired a lot.
Does he need help with clock management and personnelling?
Yeah.
Yes, which they took care of. He's getting better. He just needs to have more emotion. He's not a Bill Cowher.
No.
Bill Cowher was in your face. So you did something wrong, you're going to know about it.
Yeah, it's spit
Tom,
everywhere.
his eyes just get really big, and he just stands there.
And he's like,
will he talk to you eventually? Yes, but we're down 17 points at that time.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be a little bit more of into the – I know he's into the game, and yes, he's a great coach. I'm just saying I'm used to Bill Cowher, who's in your face. You do it wrong once, you're not going to do it wrong again.
Nope.
Tomlin, it just doesn't have that feistiness in him.
Yeah, I mean, and that's and the thing is, it's two different coaches. We grew up watching Bill Cowher just like manhandle his team. He would grab you by your jersey and tell you to get your ass over here. And then you have Tomlin, like you said, he's very mellow when it comes to ripping his players.
Right.
And a lot of it, I feel probably comes in practice. He's not going to show you that in the middle of a game. He's going to do it behind the scenes more. And I feel like that's more how Tomlin is personally. He says he is passing Cowher and wins this season. He is like 3 or 4 wins away. Yeah, there's no doubt that's going to be completed this season.
Mike Tomlin he might be a Hall of Fame coach. You might be right, but he only has 1 Super Bowl, right? So does Tomlin, or so does Cowher.
So does Cowher, yeah.
But the thing is, and I know people say this a lot, and I'm not taking anything away from Mike Tomlin. Mike Tomlin won his first Super Bowl, and the majority of that football team was Bill Cowher's players. If you looked it up, it's right there.
08 was definitely. I mean, it's just a few years off of Cowher's reign, but most of those guys were still.
James Harrison, undrafted, but was with Cowher. Troy Polamalu with Cowher. I think we had like Casey Hampton. Was Casey Hampton still there?
I think Casey was there that second year. Brett Kiesel was there.
I mean, Ike Taylor was still there.
Ryan Clark, I think, came in
with Tomlin.
He came in with Tomlin.
Yeah. See, Tomlin has some good players. I mean, I think Tomlin, he's put together some good players. T.J. Watt being one of them.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, he's definitely developed for sure. He also said Tomlin could pass Chuck Nolan all-time wins. He's like 40 wins away. Yeah, I mean, I think
he started at 32 or 34. Yeah, he definitely can.
I mean, I truthfully, eventually he will get there. I think he's going to be the coach here for as long as that, until
as long as he wants to.
Team starts to really fall apart.
As long as he wants to, believe it or not, Steelers are committed to their head coaches.
Yeah,
we've had 3 in 60 some years.
Rad Rob is saying my point is that the only season that counts is postseason. Agree. Just on that sentence alone, regular season wins only matter in order to get minimum to the end postseason tournament. Tomlin been postseason embarrassment last decade. I mean, yeah, I can't disagree with that.
Very
at all.
True. I've been at most of them games.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we have wasted a lot of money going to see them in playoff games where, they haven't won.
They didn't show up.
Yeah. I mean, I know I didn't get to go to the Jacksonville one, but I know you went to that one, and that was a shit show.
Blake Bortles tore us apart. Blake Bortles.
Yep. He said he's got 4 years left on the contract with Pittsburgh, so if he can win 10 games in 4 seasons, he'll pass Noel in way less years.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
nice stat line there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and you know what? I think it's definitely possible.
Is that Mac Jones?
Yep, that is Mac Jones.
He's moving pretty good. Wow.
But yeah, I mean, I think Tomlin is going to be the coach that has the most all-time wins in Pittsburgh, and obviously he's had great teams. It's a shame that we haven't gotten to that next level with him. Obviously, we lost to the Packers 2 years after winning the Super Bowl under Tomlin, but after that, what have we won? 1 or 2 playoff games since with Tomlin since we lost the Super Bowl against Green Bay. I'm pretty sure
it hasn't been that many.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that we're only at 2 playoff wins since then. So it's definitely been brutal.
Yeah, that's a part of his resume that he's lacking in, to be honest with you.
Yeah, his playoff wins for sure. And he has like a 500 record against teams with losing records.
Yeah, we know all about that.
We know all about that for sure, especially the Bengals with Jeff Driscoll as quarterback,
right?
Whoever the hell was there. So it's definitely pretty bad. But, it is what it is. It sucks. But, again, I mean, we're already spoiled as a fan base. What was he saying? Tomlin has 8 wins in the playoffs. Which is more wins than 23 other franchises in 20 years, and he only been a coach for 14 years. That's something.
I don't know if we're not saying Mike Tomlin is not a good coach.
No.
Mike Tomlin's a great football coach.
But I'm pretty sure. Let's put it in perspective. That's exactly where I was going to say is that 100%. We are very spoiled as a fan base. I mean, obviously, I've been alive for them to win 2 Super Bowls, go to 3. And I say the same thing because I'm a Penguins fan, too. I was alive to see them win 3 Stanley Cups and go to 4.
2 in a row, right?
Yep, 2 in a row. And, we went back-to-back twice. We lost the first one to the Red Wings, beat the Red Wings the second time. But it's just, it's been – we always expect the best from our team. And if – again, we go back to Super Bowl or bust, and that's really how it's been. But, you have to really put things into perspective and just be a realist sometimes when it comes to this team. But yeah, I think Tomlin's 8-7 in the playoffs. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure his playoff record is 8-7.
I think he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
if he can get a couple more good years and he wins another Super Bowl, I definitely think he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
I think that, when you look back at his career as of right now, he's pretty damn close, if not already a Hall of Famer.
Ben
to go, but this was an older comment saying, but he needs to go. We got any
new ones?
No, these are all we got right now on TikTok. We're going live on TikTok and YouTube, so definitely got a lot of people chiming in, which is awesome. Thank you, everybody. Definitely, for sure. Yep. It's been pretty damn good. We've been sitting here watching the Eagles get shit on again. The score looked a little different last week. We were losing by halftime, and we came back. Maybe a different story for the Eagles, but who knows? And Mac Jones on the field now, and not looking too bad. Damn, who is that?
Do they have any other questions they want us to cover?
No, right now it doesn't look like we have any questions coming in, but if you definitely do, we're here to answer them for them. We'll hang out for Rye Guy, what up? Eagles are Doogie. Definitely for sure.
They're about a 6-17 win team this year.
Some people have them predicted to be the worst team in the division, which I don't know if I can't write them off yet. I still don't think that they're the worst team in the division for sure. No offense, Rye Guy. I know you're a Giants fan and all, but I Giants have a good solid roster.
Rye guy. Who's the Rye guy?
Ryan? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What up, Ryan?
But yeah, so
you said Giants, so I figured out.
Yeah. You're like behind the camera. Who is that guy? Is that who I think it is? Yeah, it is who you think it is. Yeah, he said, "Let's go, Big Blue." Yeah, I mean, listen, they're a weird team. I think Daniel Jones. This is definitely a make or break season for him.
Without question, they're getting Saquon Barkley back, man.
Yeah, and girl, how's it going? It's going good. Here we go, Steelers. You know how it is. But yeah,
they're going to be all right. I don't think they're going to be that bad. I mean, I think they're going to be able to beat the Eagles at least once.
Yeah, I mean, and they seem to get them at least once every year.
They can win that division 8-8 or 9-8.
Yeah,
whatever.
9-8. I think
17 games.
They could definitely win the division. The Cowboys, I'm not sold on their defense. Was absolutely trash last year.
They had no defense.
Eagles, I'm not sold on. I want to see a full season from Jalen Hurts.
Everyone
really
counts out Washington. I don't understand why they count. They have such a good defense.
Yeah, they have arguably top 3.
We found out firsthand when we freaking got smacked in the face.
That was horrible. But yeah, we lost to them. That was brutal. That started the downfall.
Yeah, that was brutal.
See a couple more questions coming in on YouTube. Said, think about it. Tomlin is what, 48, 49? No, I don't even think he's that old.
Is he that old? I believe
he's
about 48. Yeah.
I guess we don't even think about that. We always think that he's still like 35.
He knows his stuff. He must have Googled it.
The guy can coach 10 plus years easily. He will go down as one of the most all-time winningest coaches, even possibly top 5. I mean, I don't know what the top 5 looks like, but
there's no way.
He's got.
I don't think it'll be top 5.
He's got what?
I don't think it'll be top 5.
He's easily got over 100 wins because Ben has 175, and only really how many of them were Cowher, you know?
Yeah,
that's it. I can't use my phone. I can't look it up right now, to be honest. If you could look that up for me, that'd be great. What is Tomlin's playoff record the last decade?
It's not great.
It's not good. I mean, obviously, a lot of what he's done with the team is front loaded. Like I said, the Super Bowl in the beginning of his career. But, you know, I mean, again, I just think that what coach are you going to go out there and get? Like, I mean, realistically, if Tomlin got fired this past season, the best coach for the Steelers to get would have been, I think, Salah, however you say it, from the Jets. I think he probably could have been the best coach for the Steelers if Tomlin got fired last season.
Yeah, I don't see Randy Fichtner need to get fired.
Yeah,
Mike Tomlin did not.
His offensive scheme was absolutely garbage. Of the lonely 3 wins, how many were against backup quarterbacks? I mean, obviously, listen, Rob, it's not hard to point out that you're just a big Tomlin hater, which is fine. A lot of people don't like Tomlin. It is what it is. I mean, I understand.
Is he a Steeler fan? Who would you get in place of Tomlin at this point?
Steelers head coach, much.
I'm trying to figure out who we would like to replace him.
But yeah,
Rob Ryan.
Since he says, yeah, Rob Ryan, get the hell out of here.
Who's the other Ryan?
Rex Ryan.
Rex Ryan?
Since Tomlin has had his own, not Bill Cowher's team, he has massively lost in playoffs. Promote Tomlin to team president and get head coach who knows how to call a game. I don't think it's so much of him calling games, and I don't know.
He has his flaws.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely has had his flaws.
But you got these guys that want to play for him. All these players. Ingram said he wanted to come there because of Tomlin.
Yeah. I love Tomlin as a man and in head front office. I think that he is a great coach. And when you really look at it, again, what other coach is out there right now that you could truthfully say, other than the big names, let's just say Andy Reid, Belichick, and we'll just go with Bruce Arians since he just won the Super Bowl last year. Realistically, what other coach out there do you think is going to be better than Tomlin?
Sean Payton's pretty good.
Sean Payton's good, but I mean, he's another one though.
I don't see him better than Tomlin.
He's a front-loaded coach too. If we're gonna discuss the way that Rob's discussing Tomlin right now, Payton only won early in his career with New Orleans and hasn't really done shit with them. So I mean,
but they don't always usually have a losing season.
They don't. But we haven't either.
That's correct.
So, I mean, that's the thing. When you look at it too, Drew Brees, truthfully, has had a better career and is better than Ben Roethlisberger.
Pete Carroll, has he won a Super Bowl?
Yeah, he won one. He lost the other one when he decided to not run Marshawn Lynch on the 1 yard line.
Oh man,
I don't think Pete Carroll's a better coach than Mike Tomlin.
No, I don't either. But I'm just saying these are pretty decent coaches.
Yeah, these are decent coaches.
But I think Mike Tomlin's better than both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I do too.
But they have Super Bowls.
Yeah, they both
Does anybody
one.
else have a Super Bowl that's in the league right now?
I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's just, again, I mean, I just want to. Sean Payton hasn't had amazing. No, Sean Payton has had amazing teams. I don't think he's ever gone. I don't think he's ever had a under 500 season. Let's see. You're right. Other teams' players like Tomlin. Tomlin needs to be part of the Steelers. Tomlin is NFL's best head coach, 65.5 days a week, all season. I don't really know.
Well, we're not.
But yeah, exactly. But Sean Payton had Drew Brees, and that's the Tomlin haters' arguments. But I'm just saying, like, realistically, like, listen, we're not disagreeing in the fact that Mike Tomlin should have been better with the teams that he's had. And listen, I hate talking about injuries, but you got to think a lot of the times that we made the playoffs, AB got murdered. Le'Veon Bell was never freaking there. You know, I mean, those
Jesse James had a touchdown.
Yeah, I mean that Jesse James had 100% a touchdown. But I mean that's definitely the big issue with that. You know, it's just the fact that, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm just beating a dead horse at this point. I mean, I'm just going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. But yes, he should have 100% been better with the teams that he had surrounding him. And there's no doubt about that. I mean, it's just the fact that they never executed when they needed to. And a lot of times in the playoffs, they got blown out. But you got to think, a lot of the times, I mean, other than maybe Blake Bortles, what they faced great quarterbacks. I'm not going to say Baker Mayfield's great yet, but and lost in the playoffs. I mean, a lot of times we lost to, you know, Peyton Manning. We lost in the playoffs. Then we lost in the playoffs to Tom Brady a lot. So just don't let Mike T, Coach T, make any end-game decisions. I love Tomlin, but hate his end-game decisions. I mean, that's easily something that we could agree on. Is
he's had some bad
in-game decisions for sure. I mean, again, we're not disagreeing with anything that you're saying, and the fact that,
trust me,
you know,
he's had some very questionable decisions that we've agreed.
6.5 days a week. Yeah, maybe the second half of Sundays. Maybe he falls apart there a little bit.
Listen, Mike Tomlin definitely has his flaws, but there's nothing better out there right now.
Yeah.
And let's see what he does this year. You know, we're gonna have a pretty good team. I know everyone's counting us out, but I think we're gonna have a pretty good team.
We're counting.
You know, Ben's is 79 in Madden. I mean, that's how bad.
Yeah, they have rookies better than him right now.
That's insane.
It's actually embarrassing. All-American bootleggers, let's go Pittsburgh fan. Yeah, buddy, let's do it. But yeah, I mean, like, I know it's a game, but it pisses me off a lot in the fact that Minkah Fitzpatrick was the 10th rated safety in Madden as an 89 overall in Madden when he was ranked number 1, by the way, for safeties last season. I get it. The Honey Badger's great. And in a video game, yes, he could probably beat a number 1 safety.
Oh yeah,
that's fine. But the fact that Minkah was 10, it's such hate. Same thing with TJ Watt. TJ Watt, yeah, Myles Garrett, great. Aaron Donald, great. But like the fact that he was the 3rd best defensive player in Madden, it kind of, you know. He should have been defensive player.
Just goes to show you that we are very underrated this year.
Tomlin, in my opinion, is the 3rd best coach in the league behind Bill and Reed. And that's exactly what I said.
I'd say that's a pretty fair assessment.
Exactly. I think it's 100% fair assessment. And again, when you look at coaches in the NFL right now, it goes Bill, and then I'm pretty sure Tomlin. when you look at
longest tenured,
I think it's Bill and then Tomlin.
It is Tomlin.
Yeah. So I mean, listen, he's done the stuff that is keeping him a head coach in this league. You know,
he hasn't been a head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers for this long for no reason.
Exactly.
We know he can get better, and he has. But
he has. I mean, and obviously last season it's crazy that we went 12-4.
Yeah, that was a terrible. But I got to be honest. I think a lot had to do with Ben being tired. Yep. His arm was tired. He didn't want to ever admit it. No. But if you watch the game tape, we didn't throw past 15 yards down the field.
Yeah. No,
the corners were jamming us.
It was easy.
Against the Bills, he threw a pick six because the corner was.
Our offense last year was so predictable, and that's what killed us the most is that we were
so other teams' players. The easiest offense in the NFL to read was the Pittsburgh Steelers last year.
Mainstream had us going 8-8 last season, and the Browns winning it all. Yeah, I mean both of them they were wrong with, and we went 12-4, and the Browns did not win it all. Listen, Browns are going to be a good team this year. There's no doubt about it. Their roster, obviously, paper doesn't play the game. You know, they're great on paper, but they still have to play the game. You know, and they are going to be a very tough team to play this year. I mean, you got to think they're getting Odell back. They added pieces on defense, and they're just overall. I mean, when you look at top to bottom, I think overall they are a better team than us. You know, but they still have to play the games. You know, and that's the same thing with the Ravens. Ravens have a very good team, but they also have a quarterback that can't throw the ball. They're never going to win with Lamar Jackson as their quarterback.
Pittsburgh Steelers. They play both of them teams very well. They're in the same division. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's a toss-up probably with both games, all four games.
Yeah. Listen, we're going to go 1-1, I think, both times to Baltimore and Cleveland. We should go 2-0 against Cincinnati, but their defense is not bad. They got a very good young offense. Though.
Yeah, but I heard Burrow's not
looking good is what they're saying. I have heard that too.
Terrible time coming back from that ACL.
Yeah, again, Jens, I mean, we won the division last year and proved the haters wrong 100%. Now Cal Turd got us only winning 9 games, but I say 11. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about Colin Cowherd, he's
anti-Steelers. Has he ever had anything good to say about Steelers? Never.
He's never had anything good to say about us.
I don't even listen to anybody that's like that. I don't even pay attention to.
I think, again, 11's a great spot. I mean, this team, it's hard to go and win 12 games every single season. You know, it's hard, and can we do it? Yeah, I think that we can. 100%. I mean, I think that we can win. I think we're gonna win over 10 games. Being real, a lot of
Vegas has the line at
probably
8.5,
which I mean, I'm smashing the over on it. To be honest, I have faith in this team. Again, yes, the offensive line is restructured. We don't know exactly what we're going to get with them when the season comes around. But the one thing that they keep talking about is the major pieces that we lost on defense. And it's like,
you didn't really?
We really didn't.
Not after the signings of free agency.
Exactly. And that's the thing. We bring in Schubert. We bring in Melvin Ingram. You know, it helps.
And you get Highsmith on his second year. He's got his feet wet. You get Devin Bush back. There's a lot to really look at here, the big picture.
And you know what? And if we have a bad season, they were right.
And to be honest with you, Mahomes is on the cover of Madden 2020. So if something happens to him this year, this is an open ball game.
So is Tom Brady, by the way. Tom Brady is also on the cover too.
This year?
Again, they're both on the same cover.
There you go.
Again, by the way.
Who believes in the Madden curse?
By the way, nothing to do with Madden or football, but NHL also released their cover for their basic NHL edition, and it's Austin Matthews again, who was on it 2 seasons ago. Come on, EA. EA fucking sucks, man. I'm so done with them, but we're probably going to cut this soon. We've been on for almost an hour and a half already, a lot longer, but I love the engagement, definitely, for sure.
Yeah, man. Like I said, if you guys have any more questions, shoot them out, and we'll
shoot them out. Yeah, like I said, we're probably going to run another 5 minutes or so.
Looks like Big Ben's going to play on Saturday, so look out for him to go out there, probably for a drive. You want some key players? I'm going to say Quincy Roush. Look for him, rookie out of Miami.
Yeah.
Again, look for Dan Moore. Look for him to go out there and smash some heads. Yeah. Kendrick Green should be at center. Hopefully Zach Banner gets in at some point.
Yeah, we need to see him play.
I'd like to see James Washington out there, maybe get some plays in there.
I would definitely love to see James Washington out there for sure.
And I want to see Haskins, of course.
Yeah.
I want to keep giving him rhythm, see what he can do. If he looks good, better and better, he's definitely going to make the team.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's the next franchise quarterback. I'm just saying he's going to make the team.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
You know?
He's going to. I mean, obviously, I think Josh Dobbs is done.
And we're going to see Joe Schobert with our ones, Tomlin said.
Yep.
So that's a new addition. And you guys are going to see why I'm so excited about that pickup. Because the guy is all over the field. But he reminds me of Luke Kuechly. He's just not of the big name.
Not big either. He's definitely not as big as Luke Kuechly either.
He plays big, though. He's not big, but he plays big. He hits. When he hits, you feel it.
Yeah. So Yins is saying Raiders, Broncos, Bears, Lions, Vikings, Bengals twice, Browns, and Ravens is 9 right there. Yeah, I mean, again, I think we're going to go 1-1 against Browns and Ravens. And all those teams that you just named are teams that I also believe that I predicted that we're going to win as well. So again, yeah, there's 9 and 8 right there. We're not. I would be shocked. I would be shocked if we had a losing season this year.
Yeah,
to be honest.
Did he have the Bears on there?
Yes, he did have.
Yeah, I'm going to that game.
Yeah, I definitely want to get out there for that one too. I hope the schedule works out. Brad Rob was saying in some Mike T's problem is his huge ego. I don't think he's an ego guy though.
Who's that?
Tomlin.
Ego. He's too quiet.
He can't really have an ego if he's not out there really saying much.
I don't know what he says in the locker room, but he just needs to be more disciplined with his players. When Brown was having that, when he was doing the team meeting and Brown had his phone out, like that's just disrespectful to the coach. And
yeah,
you disrespect the coach. Mike Mitchell's yelling at the team out of the locker room. We got our ass beat by the Jaguars at playoff game.
Yeah.
It's stupid stuff like that he can control, that he has to get better at. And I think he's gonna be a Hall of Fame coach. He's got to get these guys in line.
Yeah. Again, Rob, I disagree with this other comment too. He said Mike T hated keeping coaches who Steelers players love more than